Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good day today. In today's video, I'm going to go over how the warrior class works in Final Fantasy. First, I'm going to showcase all of the abilities and what they do, and after I get done showing off the abilities, you will see a really good frontline match I had with some friends, just to kind of showcase the power of it in frontline. Agree or disagree with me, matter. I think that warrior is the strongest tank in front lines because without helpless C, it is unstoppable 15 and can be very scary when running at an entire. Instead, let's get into the guide for. Hello again, everybody. It's Key here. I am coming back once again to my YouTube to bring you a guide on the warrior class in Final Fantasy V. I enjoy this class quite a lot, and it has received a numerous amount of buffs to help it get in a very healthy state in every PvP mode, and so I feel like a guide for this class is necessary. It's very easy to pick up, put out a lot of damage, and after I go through my guide of how to play the warrior, you will see a frontline match of me playing it with some friends on Steel Rock. So without further ado, let's get into how warrior works. Alright, so I'm here at the Wolf's Den in front of the striking dummy once again, and I'm just going to go over every ability one by one, and I'm going to talk about how you can put them all together. So, first off, every class has their basic combo. Warriors got their 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3. Third hit is called Storm's Path. Whenever you hit somebody with Storm's Path, heal for whatever damage you do. So when I'm whacking the striking dummy with Storm's Path, I heal for 7,000 because it does 7,000 potent. Alright, so ability number 2, it's called Bloodwetting. Bloodwetting does a lot for warrior. The first thing it does is that while it's turned on, heal for 100% of the damage you do. So every point of damage you do to enemies will be healed back to you. And then the second thing it does is it gives you a barrier equal to 20% of your health. So a warrior has 66,000 base health. Their shield is going to be 13,200 extra health. So you're sitting at about just under 80k with this shield on. So this is what it looks like. So if I whack this, now I'm healing 5,000 and 6,000. And it does not overlap with Storm's Path, so you're still getting that 7,000. But every time you whack an enemy, you're going to full heal while this is on you. Alright. Next ability, number 3. This ability is called Orogeny. The more health that you have, more damage this button is going to do. So I'm sitting at full health right now. If I whack this striking dummy with Orogeny, I'm going to do 10,000. Whenever you use it, you lose 10% of your own HP. So whatever your HP is, at the current time, you will lose 10% of it. And it also reduces whatever target you hit, reduces their damage dealt by 10% as well. So it's a very versatile button. A lot of thanks to you and to your opponent. Very good off a global cooldown button press. Ability number 4. This is one of the 2 abilities that defines warrior in my opinion. This ability is called Primal Rend. Primal Rend is a stun that is up every 20 seconds, and it's got a very long range on it, so I can stand all the way back here, and I can flip to this striking dummy. It turns into Primal Ruination, which is just another big hit that does even more potency than Primal Ren. It looks like this. It's a gigantic AoE on the floor. Can make for some massive cleave damage if you land a stun onto multiple people. Ability 5, we have Bloata. I cannot fully demonstrate what Bloata does on a striking dummy, but essentially, when you press it, you chain someone and give them a heavy debuff, and you pull them towards you. So if that striking dummy was a person, he would be standing right here in front of me after that pull. It turns into Inner Chaos, which is your hardest hitting single target hit for Warrior. Makes for some really good combo potential. Yeah, so it does 12k single target damage. And then finally, we have your Gap Closer. It's called Onslaught. It does more damage the lower the enemy's health is, and it increases their damage taken by 10%. So if I onslaught this striking dummy, and I whack him with my first ability, it does 5,500 damage instead of 5. And one thing that I forgot to mention is that when you pop Bloodwedding, you gain access to another ability called Chaotic Cyclone, which is a extra AoE that does 8k potency to anybody standing in it, and it's really, really good for healing yourself to full health. And yeah, so that is all the regular abilities for Warrior. So now let's talk about their limit break. This is the most detailed description of any limit break in PvP, I believe. Meaning it has the most words in it. Here it is. It's quite a lengthy explanation, so I'm just going to break it down one at a time. Essentially, for 15 seconds, you cannot be crowd controlled at all unless you are hit by Helpless CC. And remember that Helpless CC, there are 3 things that do that. It is Monk Meteor Drive, Dancer Charm, and Reaper Fear are all Helpless CC. Those are the only 3 things that can prevent a warrior from doing what they want while they're in their own limit break. The second thing it does is that it increases your health pool by 25%. So when I use this button, it makes my max health go up to 82,500, which is an absurd number on a tank. And you are so much harder to take down because not only do you have that 82,500 health, but when you pop Bloodwedding while you're in your LB, you get 20% of 82,500 on top of it. So that means your shield is even bigger. The next thing it does is that when you use it on an enemy, that target's guard is not going to be able to be used. It is a guard break ability. It is in a cone. It can be tricky to land on multiple people, but let's say in Crystal Conflict, for example, you have about 3 enemies standing on the point. If you take a couple steps off the point and then you scream, your cone is going to hit all 3 of them. And it's going to be a very powerful 15-second window for your team to damage to them and get them off. Finally, whenever you're in LB, you need to use your abilities and you need to use them quickly. You can gain access to another button called Primal Wrath, which I will show you here in just a second. That is a massive AoE bind. When I use it, I'm probably going to cleave these other 3 striking dummies standing over. The area is so large. But it's a low potency hit with a massive bind effect. Primal Wrath is one of the most broken setup buttons in Frontline when you're in a crowd of enemies. If you have an aggressive Frontline team, that button is going to get an entire team killed. It's very, very, very powerful. So now I'm going to use the limit break with some of my regular buttons and show you what Primal Wrath looks like. Also, you're going to notice when I press it that it's going to have this little purple aura on the striking dummy indicating that it is guard broken. Once you use 3 abilities in a row, there's your Primal Wrath button. 6,000 damage in an AoE. Look how big this AoE is. Look at that. I cleaved the other 2 striking dummies. I have scooted over. I would have cleaved the last one too. It is humongous. It's the size of an entire lane on a CC map. It's the size of about half of the middle point on Onsel Frontline map. And it is an insane setup button for team in Frontline or even in Rival Wing. All right, so now that I've gone over all the abilities, including, let's talk about what order you should be using. So, Warrior is a very get in, get out tank, meaning that you basically press all of your buttons and then you run away, and then you repeat the process every 20 seconds as much as you possibly can. So what you want to do is you want to have your Bloodwitting shield on you before you flip in, because ranged are going to hit you while you're flying through the air if they're looking at you, and you want to be able to absorb any range damage that comes flying your way. So before you use Primal Rend for your stun on top of enemies, pop your Bloodwitting shield. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can onslaught whoever you're looking at before you flip. After you flip, you should use Orogeny for damage reduction from anybody on top of you. And then when you get to this point, it doesn't really matter which one you use first. You can either use Chaotic Cyclone or Primal Ruination, and then after you use one, you should use the so here's an example of one Primal Rend combo. So I use Chaotic Cyclone, and then I use Primal Ruination. Onslaught is key. When you flip in with your stun, you can onslaught after that because they will be slightly lower health after taking your damage. And you want to have that damage amp up for your party because this 10% damage increase applies to you and everybody in your party. So in CC, it applies to your whole team, and in Frontline and Rival Wings, it applies to the party list. So what you would want to do if you onslaught after stun, press it here, Orogeny, do Primal Ruination first this time, and then spin like that, and then try to run away. Something else you should be doing all throughout PvP matches is that if you see someone on an enemy team kind of out of position already, use this Blota and make it even worse. Get your single target hit on them and make them panic as they have been pulled in front of an entire team and have a good chance of dying. So now, on the topic of combos, let's go over limit. If you do your limit break combos fast enough, you can get 2 massive binds out. Something else that I forgot to mention because I was so focused on all of the other buttons, so when you use your limit break, your basic combo button turns into Fell Cleave, and Fell Cleave is a high single target hit, and it will heal 25% of the damage that you are doing to the target, so it can make for a decent heal if you are trying to run one target down because maybe they don't have. So let me show you in full detail what a combo with limit break would look. notice how I got 2 binds because I did it fast enough. Right as you do that second bind, your LB is going to be out of time. Right. That pretty much concludes Warrior. As far as role actions go for Frontline and Rival Wings queues, if you are the tank in the front of the pack and you know you're going to go in before everybody else does, you should have Rampart on. Not only does Rampart give you 50% mitigation, but it also gives you 25% extra healing. And on Warrior, you're pretty much all about self-heal, so you are insanely hard to kill with Rampart. But if you are playing with another warrior who already has Rampart, or maybe you're playing with a Dark who has Rampart and they want to go in, then you take the infamous Rampage button that makes your damage even more insane on you can essentially one-shot an enemy ranged player by yourself with ease. That applies to when you have Battle High 5 and you have the most. And so, if you take Rampage, I'll show you one more time what the combo with Limit Break looks like, and I'll include. Look how high these damage numbers are. I just did 22,000 damage with a single hit on a tank. Something else you can do, I won't show it, is that you can Rampage right after you Primal Rend on top of your target, because more than likely you're going to clip more enemies with it, and more enemies you... Alright, that concludes my probably poorly explained tutorial on how Warrior. Now I'm going to take it over to my Frontline match, where we have a really good game on Seal Rock. I have a friend who is playing Dark Knight with Rampart, so I choose to take Rampage in this match. But keep in mind, playing Warrior as a lead tank, want to have that Rampart for that survivor. Alright, with that being said, let's get into the Frontline match. Ulysses, Spirit, Seki, Apo, Solus, and Akira. I'm gonna play Warrior because Apo is on Gumby. Yeah, Ulysses on Gumby too. Gumby.
Hey, do you? Him and I.
I might be dead too, actually. I jumped down. I'll out of line of sight. I should be okay.
I got.
Okay. I want to jump red here. Oh, well, okay. Alright, you're gonna dash into my entire team and ruin my Ren? That's very cool. Get your ass back over here. I'm done with you yet. I know Dark, by the way.
Oh, they switched.
I'm going in with Warrior LB on blue. They switched off their initial setup.
Wait, he's.
No, just no. It was just play Dark. It was not there. I'd rather follow you instead of him anyway.
I'll jump on.
I've rampage for you. Damn, you exploded, and Ninja said bye-bye. Oh. I just heard a Ninja. Blue is not very clumped, yeah.
The other Dark. That's what.
I'd scream. I'm screaming for blue, I'm going in. I got a big stun down here on the ramp. Bind. Got rusted, I gotta run away. Yeah, she got rusted. Red is south, we can stay on these few blues that are here. They like clump again. Yeah, blue's going south. Let's, red. Pivot to the southwest and go red. Rampage is up. Coming in. Alright, time to leave. Blue next.
Wait.
Blue will run at us here. Like right here on the node. I scream. I'm going. I hit a big scream.
Put that off.
Getting out. Have rampage. Kill this Scumrigger real quick. He's like on top of our like whole team. He lives because of Rampart, I think. Let me flip on that, please. Thank you. Holy shit. Oh, I'm in. Look at the, yeah, let's look at the nodes triple stacked up there. Yeah, I'm done with that. I have Rampage ready. I'm flipping in. He pulled. Oh, big stun. Alright, leave. Bro, they are on top of me. Holy fuck. Get away. No, I'm good. Look at top node, blue. Let's, yeah, just group real quick. Our team is like very scattered. Okay, now let's go. I'm scream ready. Rampage on this group over here. Look at the corner. Yep. I'm looking on point red. I'm flipping because I have a bind. I have to get rid of it. I burned a lot of their Puries.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get this Vibrio. Have Rampage. Looking at this stack of red.
I already used it.
Yeah. Where is blue? Are they mineral? Yeah. Oh. Oh shit, I'm a little slow, but go ahead. Good pull, Winter.
I already covered.
I'm watching the north, where the north point would be. Red is up, up. I want to drop. Red wants to drop. Looking red on bridge. Look at this battle high right here. Hold him. Nice. Hold on. Oh shit, you're in? Oh fuck. I just have to wait. Yeah, Winter pulled.
Yeah, I jumped on.
It's fine. We just wait.
I'll have it.
He's fine. I'm gonna go in slightly before you. I'm going. Big rampage. I might be dead as that. I'm alive. Yeah, we go north. Yep. Okay, let's play like in the back of our spawn, but up here because blue will come up here too. Like let's get away from where we are right now. Yeah. Push first and then after. I'm stun. Fucking Astro debuffs. Rampage for next. They're engaging. Watch out. I'm good. Oh yeah, we need to kill blue really fucking bad. Holy. Alright. I really wish we had that node, but I don't think they're not gonna give it to us. Oh, get back here. Blue, only blue, right now. No, do not let red cap this. Uncap it. Okay, I see what you mean.
I have 5.
Okay, now let's go red under the little like wooden structure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down. Nice, good job. Okay, let's go north. No, node spawn north. Okay, yeah. Let's stay for one more pull on blue, I guess. I have rampage for this one. Okay, perma stun, but my rampage did something there. Nice. Yeah, time to go. This is one new node right here already. Blue. This is actually bad.
Be ready.
We need to make a big engage happen. We need kill points to win. Kill this warrior. Nice. I'm gonna scream on this group of red right now. Right now. Just go. Just chase. I bind. Keep chasing. One more. Nice.
Nice.